Welcome back to Near Dark Podcast, episode 10. Today we're gonna cover the Swedish quote-unquote classic 1983 slasher Blödaren, aka The Bleeder. It's my pick, so I'm gonna brace myself for all of the F-bombs coming my way. But before we get into the movie, let's welcome the bleeding crew. Tagger, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just a little tired from work.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. It's been a pretty long day, but it's been okay, I'd say. Are you excited about my pick?
I don't really know how to feel about it. It's not a movie I've ever seen prior to this, or a movie I've heard of prior to this.
Okay. Well, we'll get into it a bit later. Okay. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Are you excited? To punch me in the face, I mean.
Yeah, that I'm excited about. I'm better now that I'm not watching the movie anyway.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay. It's just gonna be us three boys tonight because Angel didn't feel well, and she hopefully will be back on the next episode, and she'll probably tell us what she thinks about this movie. Dance.
Special edition sausage party.
And it's our first double-digit episode as well. Woohoo!
Double excitedness.
Everyone is super happy and things. But anyway, do you guys want to talk a little bit about recently seen? If you got any?
Yeah, I've watched Psycho from 1960.
Alfred Hitchcock's classic.
Yeah. I thought it was really good, actually.
Oh, was it a first time watch for you? Or?
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually hadn't seen it before.
Okay. Yeah, well, I saw it. Well, to be honest, I've only watched it once, and it was a couple of years back when I watched it, and the sequels and the very disposable remake from 1998.
Yeah. Oh, it was the remake that I had seen.
Oh, the 1998 version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a strong memory of watching like a remake or something of it. But I hadn't seen the actual original.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But you liked it, or?
Yeah, I liked it. And I watched a pretty new movie called Apostle. It's
yeah, you told me something about that this Friday.
Yeah. It's more of a thriller, and it reminds me a lot of Martyrs in a way.
Okay.
And it also reminds me of another movie called Black Death. But the story, it's about in the early 1900s in England. There's a guy who he gets a mail from his sister who has been kidnapped, and she's on some far remote island, and she's been kidnapped by a cult, and he has to go there and pay them to get her back. Well, he doesn't intend on paying them. He's just gonna go there and get her back. Yeah, it's a pretty messed up cult, and as the movie goes on, you get to find out a lot a lot about the cult and how they founded the island and stuff. So it's very atmospheric. I recommend it.
What was the title again?
Apostle.
Apostle, okay. Yeah.
From 2018.
Oh, well, that's pretty, quote unquote, pretty new.
Yeah, I don't think it gets a lot more newer than that.
No. Tagger?
Oh, I think my only recently scenes would be the original Cabin Fever and Lena, which I still need to finish.
Which one?
Elena.
Elena.
Yeah, it's a Swedish horror movie from 2015.
Oh. Hold on, I'm gonna check what that is. I don't recognize the title. Elena.
I've never heard about it either.
Was it Helena or Elena?
Alena.
Elena.
Alena, okay.
Oh.
Never heard of that.
But basically the synopsis is such: she's a transfer student, accepted into a boarding school midterm. Because she's not popular and doesn't know anybody, she's targeted by bullies. But she ends up making a friend, and this friend is named Josef, and Josephine's not gonna let her be bullied anymore. So, she decides to take it into her own hands.
That actually sounds pretty interesting. Well, what do you think about the original Cabin Fever, by the way?
Oh, I absolutely adore the original Cabin Fever.
Have you seen the remake?
I have not, and I don't know if I want to.
I've seen the original trilogy and the remake, and I'm gonna be frank with you. I hate the original, but I think the second and third movies are very disgusting and pretty entertaining because of their trashiness. The remake is basically the exact same movie as the original, just with a new cast. Some of the effects look a little bit better. They've changed a couple of small things towards the end of the movie, but it's basically the exact same movie. It's really, really pointless. But to be honest, I prefer the remake over the original.
I've only watched the original one time, and that was a long time ago. I remember thinking it was pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was alright.
Yeah, well, the problem I got with the original is that everyone thinks with their ass instead of their heads.
You think with your ass and not your head, and we still come back to see you.
I didn't catch that, thankfully. No, but the thing with the original Cabin Fever is just so goddamn stupid, and all of the characters are really, really annoying, and yeah, I don't like the original. I've rewatched it, I think, four or five times, and I've really given it a chance to improve itself on me, but no, I really don't like that movie. The sequels are trashy as all hell, but they're fun. Were you done, Tagger?
Yeah, I didn't have anything else.
Okay. Well, me and Angel and her friend Zombie went to the cinema this Thursday, and we watched a couple of horror movies. The first one we saw was the new slasher movie Hellfest. It's about a group of teenagers, of course, who goes to a amusement park, a horror-themed amusement park, and starts to get stalked by a masked psychopath, and they get killed one by one. I really like this one. It was a lot of fun. It was stupid as all hell, but man, I had a really great time at the cinema when I was watching this one. The kills were great. There were a couple of really suspenseful moments in it, and I really loved it. I will most likely buy it on Blu-ray when it hits the market. The second movie we watched at the cinema was 2018's Halloween. And this movie was awesome. It was everything I wanted it to be, and sure, it was flawed at a couple of things. Sure, it wasn't up there with the original, but which sequel is that? I won't spoil anything, and I won't go into what the movie is about or anything, but when you get a chance, watch it, boys. It's really, really good. And the third and final movie we saw at the cinema was the 2018 drama/horror movie I can never pronounce this name. Hereditary.
Oh,
yeah. To be honest, I like this. I like this movie. Up until the point when the shit hits the fan, like the last 15 minutes or whatever it was. It just goes fucking bonkers, and I really didn't like the ending. I liked the dark psychological drama part of the movie. It was really great. It was well acted. It was an interesting story, a very tragic story, but the horror elements at the end of the movie was like, what the hell?
it felt like a completely different movie.
You've seen it as well. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it.
What did you think about it?
I thought it was the drama was like the drama scenes of the movie were pretty good. While I liked the horror scenes, but it felt like it didn't belong in the movie.
Yeah, they felt very forced.
Yeah, and they kind of came out of nowhere. Like, all of a sudden there were like ghosts and shit.
Yeah, well, I watched a ending explained video just before we started recording now, and he pointed out a couple of things I didn't realize when I was watching the movie. So the horror elements were there all the time, just very subtle. I can link to that video after we stopped recording. But yeah, I agree. The horror elements were just. I didn't feel that they were needed in Hereditary.
Yeah.
You haven't seen that, Tagger, or?
No, I haven't seen Hereditary yet.
Okay. Do you know what's it about, or?
I only know the basics of it, which is like this girl inherits a curse or something of the sort from her grandmother, I believe. Like
Well,
either a curse or a demon.
Sort of. You should watch it, Tagger. Just be prepared with a pretty lackluster ending.
I think I'm used to lackluster endings.
So that was the only things I've seen besides the 90s Spider-Man TV series. But I don't think you guys want to hear about that.
I don't even know what you just said.
Oh, by the way, I watched a series on Netflix called Don't Watch This.
Why did you watch it then?
Because he told me not to.
Okay.
It's 5 like horror stories. That's really short. They're just like 5 minutes each or something. But they're pretty scary. It's probably something they did just for Halloween.
Oh.
And it's like 5 random short stories.
Okay. Well, people should check that out then.
Yeah, they should.
Do you guys have anything else to add or?
Nothing that I can think of.
Okay. You guys want to jump into the movie then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. I've searched high and low, but I couldn't find the trailer, and that's not really surprising. So, we'll just jump straight into the plot of this quote-unquote classic. The girls in the rock band Rock Cats is out on a tour in the 1980s Sweden when their tour bus breaks down. Dressed in high heels, leather and rivets, the Rock Chicks has to venture out into the nearby woods to find help. However, the only thing they find in the reclusive woods are some abandoned ruins, and it's not the girls' horrific hairstyle that have scared away the local population. It's something much worse. Okay. Blödaren, aka the Bleeder, and I think we should just say the Bleeder from here on out, just to make things easy for Tagger. Being American. No, nothing.
No, you bring that back. What did you say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, I guess we're not friends anymore.
Okay, good. Anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, the Bleeder. Fuck, I actually don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say about this, because there really isn't anything to say about it. It just fucking sucks. It's dull as hell. The actors can't act the way out of a box. The effects doesn't exist here. The audio is terrible. It's probably mixed with a potato. Those fucking audio cues makes your ears bleed. What else is there to say, really? The Bleeder himself, Åke Eriksson, gotta be one of the worst slasher villains of all time. He's not even close to being scary. He's just goofy. And to be honest, the commentary track of the 2005 DVD release of the movie is hell of a lot more entertaining than the movie itself, because the director, Hans Hartvig, he talks about this movie like it's Schindler's List. But anyway, The Bleeder is a terrible movie. Don't watch it. It can go fuck itself. And the only reason I picked this one was because I want to talk about it while it's still up on YouTube. So yeah. And the one I'm most curious to hear from is you, Tagger. Because it's a Swedish movie and... yeah.
I'm being genuinely honest, I did not really care for it. As far as like the camera went, I understand it's a old movie, but like for some reason the way the camera looked, it was like it was a homemade movie. Alright, if I'm being 100% honest, I didn't even bother to finish the rest of the movie. I was that uninterested in it.
Yeah, there's so many filler sequences in this movie that it's not even funny. Like, there are so many parts in it where nothing happens. You're just sitting there like, come on.
It's a movie you basically have to force yourself to sit through, and I go through enough torture at work. I don't really need to torture myself at home.
Oh, so you didn't finish it up then?
No, I couldn't even be bothered to fucking finish it.
And I've watched it 2 times.
I mean, you said it yourself. You're a masochist, so that's on you. I can't help you with that. But I'm not gonna sit here and torture myself with a movie that's just uninteresting and not even fun in the least to watch. What did you think, Augie?
Well, I didn't like it. I can't figure out which is worst, the audio, the acting, or yeah, it's horrible.
I told you so.
The audio is so bad that you can barely make out who's talking, and the soundtrack, it's a melody from Halloween, but it's played on a synth that sounds like shit. And the last note just loops over and over, and it sounded so bad that even my cats ran away when I was watching it. At first I actually kinda liked it because it was funny how bad it was. But that's when I realized I was only 15 minutes in. And after that, it wasn't very fun anymore. You know, when you're a kid and you were like playing at school with your friends.
Yeah.
That's what the acting looked like. Like the chase scenes.
Yeah, the chase scenes and the off-screen killings in this movie is terrible.
Yeah. The only real character in the movie was the killer, because he was so goofy. The rest of the characters, it's so bad acting that there's not even characters in this movie. It's just shit.
Okay. So you didn't like the movie, though?
No.
What are you talking about? He absolutely loved the movie, couldn't you? He can't wait for there to be a sequel.
Or a remake.
Honestly, oh, sorry, go ahead.
The fact that it got released on DVD in 2005 with a comedy track, if that's not narcissism, I don't know what is.
Narcissism is probably the correct term to use on Hans Hartvig, because he thinks that the Bleeder is something more than what it is. Especially if you listen to the commentary track and watch the interviews, which is on the DVD. Everyone else who's being interviewed talks about the movie like it's just a bad joke. Well, he's like, oh yeah, this movie is good. And when I was watching the interviews, I was like, no.
I don't know what to say of that.
No, there's no words to describe what I feel about this movie. I've seen it 3 times during my lifetime now, and I just want to see it burn. When I watch a bad movie, I can accept bad acting. I can accept a bad script. I can accept bad effects. But what I can't accept is boredom in a movie, especially a slasher movie. The Bleeder is just tedious beyond belief, and it's just boring and a chore to sit through.
Like, you lose interest in it really bad. Like, towards the end, I just wanted... I think I was about 1 hour in or something into the movie, and I just wanted it to stop.
Yeah, you start to check what the clock is, and you start to like, I don't want to be here. I want to do something else. I want to sort my underwear. I want to clean my toilet with a toothbrush.
Yeah, maybe it's not that bad to want to clean it with a toothbrush, but it's pretty far up there on the never watch again list.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
However, I do think it would be possible for this movie to be better with a actual remake. Like the version of it we just watched was completely terrible, but at the same time, I think it's one of those movies where if they did happen to remake it for whatever reason, Lord help us if they do, that it would be a pretty decent watch at bare minimum, because I think actors nowadays, or at least even with shitty movies, actors nowadays have the talent to make something shitty seem...
Yeah, well, a movie that's so bad that it's good.
Say again?
A movie that's just so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna be disappointed on the remake, that's for sure.
Yeah. It can only improve.
Yeah. There's no way in hell it's gonna be worse than the original.
Okay, so if you guys gonna rate it, what rating will it get?
-500 out of 10. Dead rock girls.
Okay. That was a bit harsh. Okay.
Of 5 Dead Rock Girls, I give it 10 pieces of shit.
Well, I I'm siding with both of you. It's yeah.
It's the lowest score possible, and then some.
And some extra minus points.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to go into scenes?
Why bother?
I think it could be fun to talk about a couple of scenes from this movie.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any or?
Yeah, I have one at least.
Okay.
And there was a scene which really made me laugh. It's towards the end. I think there's just one or two girls. And the killer throws down a ball from a staircase. And the girls go, "Oh, what's that? Gotta investigate." And then you see the killer with his fucking tongues out for like a split second. He's like,
he does that a couple of times during the movie.
yeah.
I think at one point, by the way, when he does that, I think he starts to laugh just when it cuts away.
Yeah.
Tagger, do you have any scenes?
I've got 0.
Okay. I thought so.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got a couple of things here. You know the scene right after they finished playing at the concert. I love that the band know that they suck because they talk about the equipment not working properly in that scene.
I think they clearly said that the microphones weren't working, but when we watched the concert, they did work.
Yeah, I think one of the girls says something like, "Yeah, well, we suck," or something like that, just at the beginning of that scene as well, which made me laugh. The subplot about the quote-unquote hero discovering the girl from the beginning of the movie is totally pointless. You see her once after that sequence of the movie, and then she's just gone out of the movie. You never see her. They never talk about her or anything.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense either.
No, that's my point. It's basically just filler.
Yeah.
Just to beef up the running time of the movie. It's completely pointless. And the fact that the band complains like 20 times during the movie that they're broke and they're not getting any money. Well, I wonder why. I mean, who the fuck would pay to watch this band playing live? And how do they get gigs?
Yeah.
I think they're probably just like pity gigs.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I noticed a thing. Like, I didn't go back to watch it, but I thought they said...
Why?
Because I had enough. Like, in the grand scheme of things, this feels like a very minor... like a very minor flaw. But I think they could be heard saying they're going to a town called Ljusdal in Sweden. And that's actually where I'm from.
Yeah.
And it's kind of in the northern part. And
well, they're in Småland.
yeah, and there is no way in hell you're gonna travel from Småland to Ljusdal in a day.
No.
At least with that bus.
Especially during 1982-83. What do you guys think about... I think she was called Nulle. The girl with the small bells on her legs.
She has a funny name.
I meant the bells.
I didn't think a whole lot about them.
They annoyed the crap out of me.
Huh. I didn't think of it.
You didn't?
No.
Huh.
I was probably...
Go and rewatch the movie. And you know what I mean. Yes. The word is yes, my good sir.
I was far too busy being annoyed by something else. Probably.
Yeah. And the ending, when the quote-unquote hero shoots the bleeder, is pretty hilarious. When they put it on that slow motion effect. It's just laughable. It's just so anticlimactic.
Yeah. It's very dramatic. Not.
That was the scenes I had written down. I was just so fucking bored when I watched this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to discuss the scenes really, but we have to, so I write down a couple of them.
Nobody said we had to. I even told you when you suggested it, like, why bother?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, there's one quote. I think when they're in the second house or something. And the house is a fucking shack.
It's dump.
Yeah. It's so abandoned a house can get and broken. And yet they're like, oh, this is a really nice place.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we should practice here.
Yeah, that was a pretty funny line as well. So, do you guys want to add anything, or?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Tagger?
Not really, other than this movie is garbage.
There's another scene when there's a chase scene.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly when it is, but she's being chased by the killer, and she's gonna throw a rock through a window, and she throws it like a bitch.
I think that's the final girl, actually.
Yeah. He's like, meh. I'm surprised she even managed to break the window with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. I felt...
Gotta make room to put other things on your chest.
Yeah. It needed to be said.
Yes.
I'm not gonna let a bitch throw like that slide.
Okay. Do you guys have any background?
No.
I don't.
Okay. Like I said, I watched the movie with the commentary track, so I picked up a couple of things. According to Hans Hartwig, the idea for the bleeder came from a picture of a German nun, which became a saint, because she bled from the eyes. The live show scene in the beginning of the movie wasn't staged. The audience was locals. The band in the movie, quote-unquote Rock Cats, were an actual band called Revanche. The movie's director, Hans Hartwig, was chief editor for the Swedish pop magazine OK, which were targeted towards teenagers during the 80s. Hartwig casted the actors and some of the crew of The Bleeder in his photo studio. Agneta Ölund, Nulle / the drummer in the movie, and Åke Eriksson, the bleeder himself, got married after the movie were made. I think Åke said they married like 6 months or something after. The backstage scene were unscripted. Are you surprised, boys?
No.
Sure, why not?
The enthusiasm.
That's why there's so much inconsistencies to it.
Yeah, well, you know the backstage scene just after they've done the live show at the beginning of the movie. That whole scene were unscripted. The the last thing I got is one of the most well-known facts about the Bleeder is probably that Hatwig, as a chief editor of OK, spread false rumors about Gene Simmons of Kiss playing the title character, which made the movie popular on the home video market when it was released in Sweden. And yeah, that's about it, I think. So, any final thoughts, boys?
Those facts were kind of painful to hear. Like, that's an actual band. And that's a real concert. That's like, ouch. Yeah. Yeah.
Tagger, do you have any last thoughts?
Nope. This movie made me stupid.
Made?
Made.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what you're thinking, but I was not born stupid.
I haven't said anything.
I feel like you were thinking something.
So, do we have a pick for next episode? Wait. Got a brain fart. The next episode will be a special episode.
Ooh. What's so special about it?
Well, if I say gobble gobble, motherfucker, what do you say?
I say, what are you gobbling?
Well, our next pick will be Thanksgiving. For our upcoming Thanksgiving special episode. And we'll reveal your pick on the next show then.
Yep.
Alright. So,
somebody's car is being stolen.
I'm gonna leave that in the episode.
I wasn't sure if you guys could hear the car alarm going off.
Well, yes, when you said it, I heard the alarm. Someone's car is being stolen. Okay, how are we gonna end this episode?
I guess I'll start off by saying, bye people, don't do drugs.
Bye people, do drugs.
Don't do the Bleeder.
Agreed. Oh well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode, which will be Thanksgiving. Say goodbye to the good people.
I already said bye to the good people.
You can say it again.
No.
Just do it.
No.
Say
Listen
it.
to me, you have to do it.
No.
Listen to me.
You can't do it. You can't make me do it.
Goodbye, good people.
Goodbye, good people. It's your turn.
Bye.